It is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have inauguration of the dye hydroponic farm. The signature of a partnership between the Djiboutian Energy Management Agency and the Djiboutian Port Community System. For the international scene, UN denounces deadly strikes on Gaza shelter. Welcome to our newsroom. On the evening of today, the Republic of Djibouti was the scene of an earthquake, the quake that was felt by residents of Djibouti city, and the 5 regions. The seismic tremors are reminders of the importance of preparation and awareness of such event. We will provide more details in our next issues. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, inaugurated the agro-pastoral hydroponic farm in Dye Forest this morning. This system of growing plant above ground uses less water and is independent of soil quality and climatic conditions. The agro-pastoral hydroponic farm covers an area of 7,400 square meters with a drip irrigation system. Its variety of vegetables and fruit grown on the farms include tomatoes, cucumber, zucchinis, and pepper, strawberries, melons, pastex. The annual production of this hydroponic farm is estimated at over 118 tons. On his arrival at Dye, the President of the Republic was accompanied by the Prime Minister Abdelkader Kamel Mohammed and welcomed by the Minister Delegate for Decentralization Hassim Haroun Ali, the Prefect of Tajura Region Mohammed Hamad Abbas, and the President of the Republic, the French Ambassador to Djibouti, Dana Purkarashkou, and the representatives of the European Union in Djibouti, as well as hundreds of Dye residents who had came in large number to welcome the President of the Republic and the delegation attending the inaugurations of the hydroponic farm. The Dye Hydroponic Agro-Pastoral Farm will serve as a training center for local farmers and breeders. The President of the Republic then proceeded to the official inaugurations of the farm, which is an innovative, resilient, and profitable solution. The aim is to strengthen the skills of the local producer and breeders as well as the local population with a view to teaching them production techniques and technologies.
Lo ya adda my get, my get, damirjogun loya cadday ubetoy asamo damirjogun loya cadday holholuy jabuuti
Somarak togori Somarak shagalu Somarak yoboki Iyo akadkhil ila hatuduri.
Then the President of the Republic visited the various plantations of the hydroponic farm covered by greenhouses, each covering an area of 214 meters square with a drip irrigation systems and a sprinkle systems for growing tomatoes, cucumber, zucchinis, and zipper, parkis, broccoli, as well as strawberries, watermelon, melons, and other varieties of fruit. This plantation also includes onion, watermelons, and garlic. The farm also features a modern 30-meter square goat barn using contemporary methods to ensure animal welfare and optimize productivity. The goat houses carefully accommodate 15 goats and one billy goat evenly distributed in stalls. The project is financed by the European Union through the added programs to the tune of 55 million euro. The inauguration of the agro-pastoral hydroponic farm by the President of the Republic represents a crucial step in the promotion of sustainable agriculture and the President's commitment to promoting sustainable and resilient agriculture through modern, environmentally friendly farming practices to ensure a sustainable food future for the country.
Bari maray galbeed maraye dadka guuxi gud maraye tete tutte tutte tete tutte tutte dabbalay dabbalay dinkara dabbalay dinkara hadda hobalowa hadda hobalkayowa bari maray galbeed maraye dadka guuxi gud maraye tete tutte tutte tete tutte tutte dabbalay dinkara dabbalay dinkara hadda hobalowa hadda hobalkayowa bari maray galbeed maraye dadka guuxi gud maraye tete tutte tutte tete.
And in his speech, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, said that agriculture and livestock breeding are two elements that need to be brought together, and this requires a great deal of expertise and knowledge. The President went on to stress the importance of this hydroponic system, which needs works and training, but also requires follow-up for effective results. This system is an effective means of developing agriculture and livestock farming for food security and a means of combating poverty. The head of state concluded his speech by hammering home the fact that our country is capable of growing crops using the hydroponic system, which is a concrete example of how these methods can optimize both agricultural and livestock productions in our country. Prime Minister His Excellency Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed had an audience with a large delegations from the International Monetary Fund led by Ms. Joyce Wong and accompanied by a World Bank observer and an administrator from the Djibouti offices in Washington. The purpose of the meeting was to the Prime Minister to present to the Prime Ministers all the objectives and results of our missions to Djibouti from January 14 to 25 and to exchange views on the economic situations and growth prospects, particularly in terms of a business environment and the labor market, in addition to Djibouti's vital role as an island of stability in the current regional context. The discussion is focused on the desire to build greater fiscal and monetary resilience in synergy with the international institutions in order to ensure better public policy reforms. The official visit of the parliamentary delegation led by the Speaker of the National Assembly, Dileita Mohammed Dileita, at the end of his official visit to China from January 2025 2024, His Excellency the President of the National Assembly achieved his sectoral objectives, which is particular was to obtain the consent of this Chinese counterpart, the President of the National Chinese People Congress of China, Zhao Leji, and launched jointly with the latter's cooperation between the legislative institutions of the two countries. Following this success, he was able to visit iFlyTech, a modern technology company in China, to obtain the relevant technical information available in that country in order to put into the practice his desire to modernize the working methods of the National Assembly. Indeed, iFlyTech was able to explain the details and the qualitative improvement that their recently created equipment could bring the work of our National Assembly, automatic transcriptions and debates instantaneously translations thanks to the artificial intelligence. The President and his delegations, who were convinced of the relevance of this equipment, which would be a great use to them, the delegation thanked the iFlyTech technicians for their decisive insights into the reforms and improvement of desired by the National Chamber of Representatives for better work and performance. Finally, the last day of the official missions was devoted to a guided tour of three museums: the Communist Party History Museum, the National Museum, and the Imperial Palace Museum. This Thursday, January 25, 2024, the Honorable Safiya Almi, first Vice President of the National Assembly, chaired a consultation session between the members of the Parliament of the Parliamentary Alliance on Food Security and a team of the Food Agriculture Organization's experts from Rome as part of the project to improve Djibouti's food safety system. In her opinion, species Safiya Almi expressed her gratitude to the FAO and its constant support, in particular through the Djibouti Parliamentary Alliance for Food and Nutritional Security. The fruitful cooperation between the Parliamentary of the Djibouti and the Food Agriculture Organization is part of the wider effort to guarantee sustainable food and nutritional security for all Djiboutian citizens. And the Honorable the Honorable Safiya Almi, first Vice President of the National Assembly, said it is a real privilege to welcome you to the National Assembly in my capacity of the first Vice President and acting President of our institution. Allow me to say that your presence here today testifies not only to the importance that your Parliament attaches to international cooperation in the crucial field of food security, but also Djiboutian preponderant Djibouti as a preeminent palace of the Food Agriculture Organization's agenda. Would like to express my particular gratitude to the Food Agriculture Organization for its support for our Parliament, notably through the Alliance Parlementaire for Djiboutian Security and Nutritional Security. And on the evening of today, the Republic of Djibouti was the scene of an earthquake. The quake was felt by residents of Djibouti, and we have Samatar Saïd, our colleague in the French television.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir, bonsoir Mohamed Ben. C'était une information urgente à ne pas passer. C'était un double séisme qui a été ressenti ce soir à Djibouti vers 20h, heure locale. Eh bien, l'Observatoire de géophysique d'Arta a enregistré un séisme de magnitude 5,4, un double séisme à l'échelle de Richter, ce soir à 20h, heure locale, dans la fosse d'Obok, et bien identifié de type tectonique. L'épicentre a été localisé à 13,3 km de la ville d'Obok et à 30 km de la ville Djibouti-Ville et une profondeur de 8,0 km. L'intensité macro-sismique dans les zones les plus proches de l'épicentre était largement ressentie. Le séisme a été senti dans la capitale et dans les régions de l'intérieur. Et comme je le disais à Mohamedan, c'était l'Observatoire géophysique d'Arta qui a enregistré ce séisme de magnitude 5,4 à l'échelle de Richter ce soir à 20h dans la fosse de l'épicentre d'Obok et identifié de type tectonique. L'épicentre, Mohamedan, a été situé localisé plutôt entre 13,3 km de la ville d'Obok et à 30 km de Djibouti-Ville, cette fois-ci à une profondeur de 8,0 km. L'intensité macro-sismique dans les zones les plus proches de l'épicentre était largement ressentie. Eh bien, ce séisme, Mohamed, qu'en est-il? Ce séisme a été senti dans la capitale et dans les régions de l'intérieur. C'était les breaking news dans cette information de le double séisme qui a été ressenti à Djibouti-Ville et dans les régions de l'intérieur.
Thank you, Mr. Samatar Saeed, for these explanations, and we will continue to the news under the chairmanship of the Honorable Kamil Hamad Ahmed. The Commission for Social Development and Environmental Protection examined this Thursday, January 25, 2024, draft law number 0-2020 EN 239L adopting the master plan for education and training. The meeting took place in the presence of Mustafa Muhammad Mahmoud, the Minister of National Education, Vocational Training, and senior staff for his department. Both members or non-members of the commissions were present at the end of a dense and instructive debate. The working session is concluded by submitting the favorable draft opinion by amendment for the next public session. A dynamic ceremony marked the signing of a framework partnership agreement between the Djiboutians of the Energy and the Djiboutian Management Energy Agency and the Djibouti Port Community System, which took place this morning at the Red Sea World. More than just a technological alliance, this strategic partnership between Djibouti Port Community Systems (SAAs) and the directions of the efficacy and management of energy reflects a fusion of the visions and ambitions. It aims to revolutionize the way energy products are imported, controlled, and managed in our country. This commitment symbolizes our shared determination to maintain the highest standards in the management of energy equipment. The DPCS platforms will provide the directions of the efficacy and the management of energy with the complete visibility of all energy products entering our countries, ensuring reinforced the control and compliance with the national standards under the aegis of Yunus Ali Ghedi, Minister of Energy in charge of Natural Resources, and the Chairman of the Port and Free Zone Authority, Bakar Omar Hadi. This event embodies our commitment to energy efficiency and sustainable development. The integration of the certification process, in particular the certificate of conformity for energy product, into the logistics and import flow of the DPCS platforms will simplify operations, reduce administrative paperwork, and ensure a more reliable import process. This will enable companies to plan more effectively and operate more efficiently, contributing to our nation's growth and prosperity. The official launch of the National Month of the Artists and Mother Tongue took place this morning at the People's Palace. The event, chaired by the Minister of Culture and Youth, Hibo Mumin Asowe, was attended by numerous executives from several ministerial departments, as well as several artists and intellectuals who work and create in the national languages. The Director General of RTD, the UNESCO representative in Djibouti, the Dean of the National Artists, Hamadou Dabele, marked with their presence this big and and pivotal event for the future of the cultures, arts, and mother tongue in Djibouti. On 1 month is the times allotted to encourage artistic and literary creativity in mother tongues and to debate the challenges of creating a legal space conducive to the emergence of cultural and artistic industries in Djibouti. The Republic of Djibouti has certainly made a great deal of progress on the legal aspects of the arts profession, including authors' rights and the remunerations of artists and singers whose songs and broadcasts on Djibouti's radio, television, the studies of artists, and many other challenges remain to be met. But the minister reassured Djiboutian artists that there are grounds for optimism and that will find their rightful place in our country. The director of RTD stressed that language is an indispensable tool of society through which is communicate and interact. He recalled that language is a common cultural, intangible heritage of society that guarantees and defines our identities and memories. The director of RTD, Adan Abdi Jama, emphasized the progress made in our country to promote and safeguard mother tongue through the creations of the PEN, Afar, and Somali by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle. The director of RTD affirmed that the Somali languages has been transcribed and written since 16th in the Federal Republic of Somalia, which has favored the writing productions of numerous works in these languages and facilitate the safeguarding and protections of this community cultural heritage. He congratulated the men and women who work every day at the Afar Pen and Somali Center for the promotions and creativity of the Afar Pen Somali languages, which are the guarantors of our Djiboutian identity. The Minister of Cultures and Youth explained that the month of artists and mother tongue is an opportunity to carry out decisive work to encourage the creations of original and unpublished works in the mother tongues. The Acting Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Ahmed Abdul Qadir Muhammad Garat, presided over the ceremony to receive a consignment of 7 containers containing maintenance and operating products for the dialysis machines. The ceremony was attended by Dr. Hassan Abdurrahman, General Manager of CAM. This urgent order is estimated at 6 months consumption of medicines and maintenance and operating products for the CHUD dialysis department comes at the time of great instability in the Red Sea. The Ministry of Health through CAM wanted to anticipate these disruptions and set up a strategic stocks for a period of 6 months. Structures is one of the priorities of our highest authorities. For this reason, CAM's management has for some times been implemented programs of order materials in the 5 dedicated maintenance directions. In the Artas region, the sub-prefect of Damerjog, Abdishakib Nur Yusuf, presided over a workshop of strengthening cross-border collaboration to improve tuberculosis services, HIV services delivery. One of the objectives of the ongoing IGAD grant supported by the Global Fund, organized by IGAD. The cross-border meeting took place this week in Damerjog with the participation of the border health officials and a total of 24 participants facilitated by the IGAD. The aim of the meeting was to exchange information and share experiences on collaboration and the implementation of actions agreed at previous meeting. Discussions on how to improve the monitoring of cross-border guidance were the focus, as well as how to harmonize the reporting system. This workshop, organized by IGAD, was attended by actors operating in the borders sector, as well as Dr. Ahmed Hassan, IGAD Senior Health Advisor. It is official, the group phase of the African Cup of Nations, which has been absolutely insane both on and off the pitch, is over. The 16 teams who have qualified for the rounds of 16 are now known. This includes the host countries, Cote d'Ivoire, who owed their survival to last night's Moroccan victory over Zambia. In the evening's other matches, Tunisia went out after drawing with South Africa, and Tunisia, a draw was enough for Mali and Namibia to qualify for the round of 16. For the international scene, UN denounces deadly strikes on Gaza's shelters on the 110 days of the war. The humanitarian situation continues to worsen in the besieged Palestinian territories, while talks are taking place in Cairo on the possible new truce. According to the Hamas Ministries of Health, hospitals received at least 125 bodies of people killed in Israeli bombardment in the early hours of Wednesday in Khan Yunis. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.